It came out of the blue, didn't it, really? Diogo Jota's moved to Liverpool. All of a sudden, Diogo Jota is one of the best players in the world, according to any Liverpool fan or outlet media centre that you speak to. Here's Nuno talking about Jota.
Relationship regarding Diogo. Diogo is amazing. Everybody knows the relationship that we built during 4 seasons. And 3 seasons in particular here in Wolves. What Diogo did for us is absolutely fantastic. And I think things happen when naturally things should happen. And I think Diogo is going to the right place. And we wish him all the best, knowing that he will never be forgotten, especially by our fans. All the memorable moments that Diogo provided us during 3 seasons here at Wolves.
So I think for a lot of people, Harry, he was unplayable and brilliant on his day, but his days didn't really come round too often enough.
Yeah, his consistency. Every Wolves fan you've looked at reacting to this transfer have been on about his consistency. He's a great player when he wants to be, but he's still young. He's still 23, so he could go on to be absolutely incredible for Liverpool if he can up his consistency. But it really did I was gutted when I heard the news. It shocked me. I kept saying on the podcast last year I thought Liverpool would come in for Traore because of how much Klopp kept praising him. But it's a hard move for Jota to turn down. Is it at the end of the day? He was struggling. He was in and out of the team towards the end of last year. Because of his consistency, like Pedent's come in. So it's a lot of money for a player that goes missing for large portions of the season. But best of luck to it. Best of luck for him at Liverpool. I hope he does well. But from our point of view, it's a lot of money. We're going to reinvest it, which we already have with Semedo. And we've got a lot of players in his area. So a bit gutting to see him go because, the nostalgia, he's been with us pretty much the whole of Nuno's era, hasn't he? And he's been such a huge player and some great goals, some great memories. But best of luck to him, and let's hope he's shit when he plays us.
I would have thought so, yeah. Jack, you can't turn down £41 million rising to a potential £45 million, can you?
I mean, you can, but I think it's probably... I'm like Harry, everyone knows who probably listens to this regularly that Jota's probably my favourite player. And I was shocked when I heard the news, didn't think there was much in it. But if Nuno's got a plan, you've got to trust him. When we sold Doherty, there was a plan. And to get over £40 million for, a player who, let's be honest, everyone knows he's inconsistent. And I'm his biggest fan. And I'll say, yeah, he goes through spells of being a world beater and then spells of just looking like a passenger in the game sometimes. That might be a bit harsh, but so to get that amount of money for him, it might end up being good business and it might be a good move for all parties. And there will be a long-term plan to potentially replace him. And I think the replacement is Daniel Podence, and we got him last January, to be honest. So if that money can be reinvested wisely, then so be it. But I agree on the point that now suddenly everyone thinks he's the best player in the world when he was hardly getting a look in behind our other stars for pretty much the whole of last season, really. He was quite far down the list of players I expected a big team to come in for. So it's a strange one, only time will tell, but it does feel like when you think back to the moments we've had and the goals he scored and like the goal against Man United, the winner against Leicester in the 4-3, they're great moments, and I don't deny him his move if it's what he wanted, fair enough, but a little bit of the initial Nuno era dies with him leaving, and it's sad, but hopefully it's progression. And I know a lot of people actually were going on about that deal that we're only getting £4 million up front or something, and everyone was like, it's not that great a deal, the 40 million, but that's how a lot of deals work. You don't just get paid a check for 41 million. It's no. The way Fosun do their business is they like to spread stuff over 5 years anyway, and you can, if you need to, you can borrow against that money. So it's not that straightforward. It's the money we're getting, we're going to get it at some point at the end of the day, and that's how the deal works. So I'm not too fussed about that, and I think it might turn out to be good business in a masterstroke. I think he's going to struggle to get in that Liverpool starting team as well. But I'm sad, but not completely as deflated as I was when the news first broke, if I'm honest.
Perfect. Lots of people on Twitter were